What's going on, YouTube family? Today I just want to talk to you guys about the first time I met a guy. My first experience with a guy was on Craigslist. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it or familiar with the ads that they have available to you, but it's like men seeking men seeking women, casual encounters. It's a little like section they have there for meeting up. That was the only thing that I knew back then. I didn't know about the gay apps. I didn't know about anything like that. I just thought it was just Craigslist. I didn't have anyone to talk to, anyone to like tell me, Neil, like there is these apps out there or you can meet guys this way. I just literally did it my own way or whatever I found online, and Craigslist was the first thing that I could think of or find on Google. So I find this ad, I peruse through the men. It was so dirty. I felt so dirty, to be honest, because the stuff they were asking for was mostly like hookups and shit like that. It was a little bit scary just to, like, this is how I gotta meet people that I potentially wanna date. So I went on here for just a hookup one time just to see if I really wanna do this. And this was a year after I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. I guess my body started to feel like it needed to experience this now, and my mind, so I went with it, and I finally mustered up the courage to meet a guy. And I was so secretive that I used a little prepaid cell phone that I got at Best Buy just so guys could contact me on that, or I could contact them on that, because I wanted to be super, super discreet. I didn't want anybody to know. So me and this guy started talking briefly through text for like a couple hours, and he was like, come on, let's meet up. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I kept beating around the bush. And then I finally gave in, and then like 3 hours later, and it was really late at night. I think it was like 1 or 2 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? I drove there, parked up. It was like this sketchy, upcoming hipster part of Brooklyn. And I remember sitting in the car for about half an hour, debating whether or not I should go inside. Is this safe? But I've never experienced something like this, so of course I'm gonna feel this, but not for a whole half hour. Make up your mind, Neil. You know? So I finally mustered up the courage to go to his place, which, mind you, it was so dark. It was in a basement, and even walking through the basement was dark as f. So I was worried about my life at one point, but in my mind I was like, I have to experience this. I'll defend myself if anything happens, and I got this, you know? Brave soul I was, brave soul. So he comes out, pretty good looking, like white guy, hipsterish, light skin, black hair, little muscular. Yeah, so we went down in the basement. We sat down in front of his computer with 2 chairs, and he had like porn up, but it was straight porn. I was like, okay, it's straight porn. I'm potentially gay. I want to experience my first gay experience. And there's straight porn on this monitor. So he pours us both a drink of whiskey or bourbon, something like that. And we started sipping and talking, and I asked him if he was gay or straight. And he was like, I'm straight. I just like to jerk off with men. I was like, oh, that's a thing? So we watched straight porn and did our business, and that was it. That was my first gay experience. Literally after that, we both zipped up our pants. Can't believe I'm saying this. Literally, we both zipped up our pants, and I washed my hands, and thank you, sir, and I left. So that was my first gay experience. It's not as juicy, but what is juicy is the next story I have to tell you guys about me meeting a guy on Craigslist who was married, and we fell in love. And I'll talk to you why I did it, why I pursued it for so long, and all that good stuff. And I hope you look forward to that vlog. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It was fun to talk about, and I appreciate you guys listening. So thank you guys for all the love and support, as always. And I hope you enjoyed this vlog. See you at the next interesting vlog.